do that and just be like,
In the mud. Yo, what up? Happy 4th of July. BullRad podcast. And
What
we
up?
back.
what's going on? What's going on?
Ain't nothing, man. Happy birthday, man. Happy belated. Y'all don't know it's his birthday, too. He's an independent baby. That's crazy.
Thank
What's
you very
good
much.
with it, man?
Thank you very much. Yeah, July 3rd was my birthday. Fucking, I am fuck off years old today, so pretty old.
Yeah, we already know
man.
that age. Where you like, fuck off. That's that age. We getting there.
Yeah. I had a good day. My boy fucking hit me up, picked me up, and next thing I know, we went up to a lake that I go to, like a kind of like a private lake that I have a key to and shit. So went up there, took the boat out, fucking brought the fishing poles and shit, brought a cooler, packed that up, and didn't really do any fishing, but we found a really cool spot like off like on the other side of the lake because you can come in on a trail. It's pretty hard to get to. Come in a trail and launch your boat from there. There's no other access anywhere else in the lake. But on the far opposite side of the lake, there's just one area where you can pull off and get off on a rock. Well, somebody went and like raked out all of the underbrush and everything. So now there's just like, it's a whole little island that's been cleaned out, but has like lower lying bushes, like 6 foot high bushes with leaves at the top. And then it has like big trees over the top of that. So it's like a double canopy fucking island, but somebody cleaned it all up and now it's our spot. And it's great for like camping. You can set up multiple tents there. It's very well hidden. Nobody can see you there. They built a beautiful fire pit there already, and it's in a great spot for fishing right there. It's just an awesome spot. So we just posted up there and hung out. Fucking went swimming for the whole day, just swimming in the lake. It was awesome. The top like 2 feet of the lake water was like 90 degrees, like a hot tub. But then as soon as you get like 3-4 feet, that shit was like 50 degrees, like ice cold. It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. So it was real nice, man, because it was just nothing but hot and sunny yesterday. So it was nice.
Did you catch anything, or were you even like trying?
No, we literally didn't even fish at all.
Oh, okay.
Didn't fish at all. But we got up there like 1:30 in the afternoon, and then we left at like 7:30. So like the fishing time would have been like 6 to like 9. But with the heat and all the sun, they might not have been as so eager to get going. But by that time, we were tired, bro. Because like I said, we were swimming for like, no joke, like 2 hours. My boy was real beat because he doesn't swim a lot. So he was real beat. But
man, but I know y'all was good because out here it was fucking freezing. My girl went to the beach. She didn't like it. It was kind of nasty, but it was so hot, and y'all was in the freezing water up there. That's a blessing, And they gave a warning about the ocean water in New York about bacteria levels, but you was in the lake chilling. So yeah, you had a good birthday, huh?
For sure, man. I had a great one. It was good, man. And it's a good friend of mine. We've been friends since we were young in high school. Like we met when we were in the middle of high school. So me and him been friends for like 25 years. So it was a great time. We had a real good time. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, salute.
Shout out Wild Bill. Shout out to Wild Bill.
Indeed. Salute to Wild Bill, man. It's good to have real good friends. It's rare out here, especially when you get our age. But that's what's up,
Yeah, it's rare.
Billy. So anyway, I'm glad you had some fun though. We back at it. We ain't gonna go. We ain't in the mud yet. We gonna stay in this celebration mode. 4th of July, 250 years of our country. And
big things.
What are they? We took it away. I mean, we got our independence. We said no, we ain't having it, and we celebrating today, man. Well, how you feel about that? What's 4th of July mean to you though?
Oh man, well, 4th of July has always been an awesome one to me because obviously it's my birthday is July 3rd, and then 4th of July. I'm a big fan of America. I'm a big fan of America and its people.
Patriotic.
Yeah, I am a patriotic person. I have nothing but the utmost respect for the people that came before us that paved the way for our country to be what it is. We got issues. I'm not even going to say a lot of issues, but we got issues, of course. Every government does, every nation does, every group of people, even if it's a book club, there's issues. You know what I mean? Like everybody's got some sort of issues. The whole point is that it's written in our doctrine and it's in the blood of every American that we can actually make change, and we can change what we don't like and what's not right, and we can change with the times. And when people change, we can also change things big, like the government that seems like it can't be changed, but this government's by, of, and for the people. So we got to keep that spirit alive like we do. And if we want change, we got to go the legal route, but bottom line is, not even talking about change. Look at all the togetherness that we have in this country. When we go online and I don't mean to be long-winded, I apologize, but when you go online on the news, when you go on these information sites, we read all these stories that are just, it makes you want to leave America. It makes you hate America. It makes you hate people that aren't from America. It makes you angry. The whole thing is they're selling papers and they're selling clicks. So they got to do that. Rage and anger inspires more clicks, more response than happy does. But the bottom line is if you want to see what's going on in America and what America's like, look at the videos that we have here. Look at what's going on across the country with FIFA, with the soccer games, and all the people from Europe and Asia that are coming over here to watch the games that are talking about how great America is, how great the people are, how nice and friendly everybody is, how awesome everything is, like with the air conditioning since it's so hot, how things so big and so grand, whether it be our state capitol, like you see right here with the grand parade and everybody showing up, or just simply going to the grocery store or going to Costco and seeing just the grand aisles of food and just everything's so much bigger, you know what I mean? Like, and people are seeing now that Americans aren't dumb, big, fat morons. They come here and they see, wow, a lot of them are really in shape. A lot of them are really courteous, really smart. They have the best of everything over there, arguably. And I'm not making it a competition, but I'm just saying, like, the world watches America and wants to do what we kind of do. And also our system of living, like we brought it back to with the whole freedom thing. We're the only people that have that in the world. No other country has that. Some of them seem like they're kind of like that in a little bit, but we're the only country that the people matter in the country as far as how the government's going to go and how the country is going to act as a whole. It gets away from us at times, but we do have the power. And when we put it together, we absolutely run our own country. And that is the ultimate project. It's the ultimate human project that's ever taken place in civilization. We're living it. And we just hit 250 great years. Great years.
True indeed. And we could talk about the different levels of respect each culture gets or whatever in this country, but at the same time, you've seen what Martin Luther King did way back then. So, like BullRad said, people can make a change. You know what I mean? If you really want to, you don't complain about it and cry about it or talk about the country. You could get out there and hit the streets if you really want to. And things did change because of Martin Luther King and certain people like that, because this is America where those things are possible. So yeah, 100%. We ain't gonna, we're gonna keep it light, right now, because it's the truth, man. Yeah, and I refuse to live in anger, live my life, wasting my life. This is a great country though, let's be honest. Yeah. And salute to DC too. That's what we looking at. Salute to DC, the capital, man. Ike Turner hands.
Looking great, man. Looking good, man. Just looking good in general.
For sure. So yeah, man, let's get on 4th of July a little tight before we get to the mess. You know what I mean? Is 4th of July overrated or underrated? I mean, I don't understand,
That's not even a question. It's not underrated, and it's no way is it overrated. It's always awesome. It's just a fun celebration, recognizing the beginning of our country, and it's celebrated here in America, but people from America also do take it to foreign places and celebrate when they're out of town, obviously. But there's other countries that also do acknowledge it and celebrate it, mildly, but they do, because our independence has led to the independence and the freedom and the prosperity of a lot of other countries besides America. So our Independence Day is a milestone in other people's societies as well in their history, because without us, there wouldn't be no them,
That's a fact. Yeah, it's celebrated. We celebrate it. We barbecue. We throw down. We have a good time. It's just like, and we, in the back of our mind, it's for Independence Day. It's not like a thing where we got a song, we do the song and dance, but we definitely in our culture, in our community, we celebrate it in the ghettos, and we hit the barbecues, we hit the parks, we hit whatever, throw something on the grill, play some music, and we do our thing. What more do you want? You feel me? And it's good.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's a great. They schedule it during the summer, so it's almost always a nice, bright, sunny, beautiful day when we have that holiday, and it's just 4th of July is a great it's a great time, man, because that's when like school is officially out. You know what I mean? Everybody has officially finished up with elementary schools and middle schools and all that. So everybody's done with all that. Testing's finished. So it's really the first breath of vacation time for a lot of kids and young adults that are still in school, and then teachers and stuff. So that's like, it's the beginning of the summer, really, obviously Memorial Day really is, but by the time Independence Day comes, 4th of July, everybody's in full swing of summer, and it's the go time. It's here. We're in full-fledged summer. It's not the beginning where people are still putting it together. It's rock and rolling and on board, and it's a big party. And especially with the 250, man, that's big. That's a big number. A lot of countries don't make it. Like when countries are starting out, new countries, they often get to about 200 and 250, and that's where they fall apart. So we're rocking and rolling and doing great. Things are going great. So we don't really have that issue. So we have a real big reason to celebrate.
Yeah, I see the diversity in the parade too, which is good to see. So in social media, bringing Americans together or tearing them apart, in your opinion?
I mean, you know what I think? It's tearing people apart. It helps in a lot of ways, and it does a lot of great things. It really does. It's changed the world. There's no doubt about that. It's changed your and my life, specifically to speak about this podcast is because of social media in general. It's how it came about. It itself is a form of social media. But yeah, it's great. Does a lot of great things, but ultimately, ignorance is the enemy of intelligence, obviously. So a lot of ignorance gets to seep through on a platform, say like YouTube or something like that, where people post videos of what they think, or Instagram. The ignorance can seep into there, and people can pick that up, and that can be a negative thing. And that, obviously, like you said, is it pulling people apart in some spaces in social media? Absolutely. But as a whole, as long as you have intelligent people who aren't angry and aren't clinically like depressed and upset, as long as it's not them on the computer banging away on the keys, for the most part, people are pretty good people online. And even if they're not,
so too.
Yeah, and even if they do talk like jackasses, it's usually young kids being complete jackasses, but in no way mean what they are saying, no matter how stupid they may sound, how bad it is. And they would never go out. For the most part, they're not going out and acting out of these things. They're saying it on a computer because it's faceless and because they're weak little people. But yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of both. I mean, it's just what it is. It's human evolution. We always gonna be together, but we're gonna have different opinions, different, But you got the super extreme crazy people that want to go and do something about their opinion and make everybody agree with them. That's the problem. But yeah, I think everybody's know what's up for the most part, and most people know the propaganda and they know the bullshit. Some people decide to go into that because they want to be consumed with that, and some people don't. Most people don't. But it's definitely bringing us. I think it's bringing us together too at the same time, in its own way, in a different way. It's not like in the streets holding hands. It's like you up and on this computer, you find like-minded people all across the world that's rocking with you. So that's a special thing.
And what's also awesome is through the use of avatars, or just, like on some of our shows, we won't even, like right now, I'm not even on video. I have my picture up, my bad. But so when you have people that are like uncomfortable speaking, because as we often talk about, public speaking is people's biggest fear. So when you have that, now you have avatars, and you can go up and just have a picture or whatever, and then you can talk and speak your mind. People that you would normally not have ever heard from, who would not normally get up on a platform and speak, will now be able to do that and would be more confident, more comfortable speaking, because it's not an in-person specifically. There's still a bit of a disconnect because you're on a computer speaking, no matter how many people you can see on the pictures. It's just not the same as standing up in front of a crowd, but it is, because that many people are still hearing your voice. So that's a big positive change that we've gotten. people that we otherwise would never have heard from. A lot of lost ideas, a lost concepts,
Yeah.
and it's a great thing in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, evolution. It is what it ain't. But that's another story. Who's more influential on American culture today? Athletes, rappers, or politicians? In your opinion, BullRad, birthday boy.
Okay, so I'll keep it simple. Rappers, I don't know if today's rappers, but rappers in general are the ones that are mostly influential and have a large voice that people will copy and repeat and continue to emulate and speak like. Politicians are falling flat, and especially if you're relating it to, like, say, the hip hop and R&B type of demographic, the urban demographic, then the politicians are absolutely cooked because they're not doing anything inspirational and they're not getting anybody excited about politics on that side. And who was the third one? I'm sorry.
Or politicians, rappers, or athletes?
Athletes. Okay, so athletes have been doing pretty good so far, but the most influential, I'll have to say, is going to be the rappers, then the athletes, and then the politicians.
And you're speaking on American culture and probably the world too, to tell you the truth. I would say now the rappers is dead. They over with. It's like there's no big influential rappers out right now like that,
You're 100% right. That's why when I said, I'm going to keep it simple, I was actually going to get into that aspect, but then I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to rock with them and leave it at that.
I'm going to say politicians because I'm thinking about Kirk, the guy, you feel me? What's his name?
Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk, powerful individual, also just being a politician. And the most powerful based off his skills of politicking is Trump. Very influential. You feel me? Very, very influential. And he's in the black culture, the white, every he's that. So I think, in my opinion, I would think the politicians. I ain't gonna hold you. They still, especially when you got people like.
I think I'd have to retract my answer and agree with you 100%. Actually, that's a very good call, Bush. It's a very good call.
For sure.
Like I said, I was like, I don't know about today's rappers necessarily, but just rap in general over the years has had such a voice because it was so big. But I just watched a video the other day that rap for the first time in like 40 years didn't poll in the top 100 Billboard.
Rap is dead right now, bro.
It literally is. It didn't poll in the top 100, bro. Like not one rap song made it to the top 100. That's
not even Drake.
Nothing, not one.
Man, I don't know. We gotta look it up. He might be right though. Yeah, man, this is great. I'm kind of liking this little thing, man. We back to doing real old pod and 4th of July, 250 years. Oh, salute to the time gone. Salute to the homie. Tapping in, man. And happy 4th. Everybody hit that like button. Say happy birthday to the homie BullRad, the infamous BullRad, who came in this game with me like 3-4 years ago, and I told him this is college. We're gonna keep pushing till we perfect our skills to get better. This ain't no, and we getting better. We getting better.
Yeah.
We're still monetizing.
From day one, we came through and have inflamed the game. So
we're indeed. From the jump, look at some of our older ones. Those are the best ones. I ain't gonna hold you. What's the most? This question is kind of crazy though. It's kind of ill. What's the most underrated city in America? Underrated American city.
Ooh, that is an ill question. I like that. You want to take that, Bush? What do you think the most underrated?
Man, that's kind of because I haven't been to all of them, but if you're thinking in general, I would probably say San Diego.
True. Okay.
San Diego's one of the most beautiful cities. San Diego got some of the most realest people, got some great rappers, good food, right by the border, Tijuana. Go over there, have a good time. You could walk to Mexico from San Diego, and you could also drive to Belize from San Diego. It's a beautiful place, and people always try to clown it and not put it where it's supposed to be. I guess because they're jealous of how beautiful it is. The weather's always right and everything else, but at the same time, don't go out there playing, because if you do, you're gonna get your head buzzed. So I would say San Diego, man. I'm gonna put San Diego up there, the most underrated city in America right now, man. That's my opinion. And I might be biased, but it is what it ain't.
That's a hyper solid opinion. What's it called? I've been down that way. I've been to Pasadena. I've been all around through there, and I stayed. I stayed in San Diego for a week, and it was fucking beautiful. I had a cousin who lived out there for a couple of years. Absolutely beautiful. The seaport, the Navy Yard's amazing. You got all the U.S. Navy, the Pacific Fleet is stationed there. So you got all ships, and town is wild because you always got the sailors in there. So by default, you got girls in there. So
yes, sir.
It's the most cleanest city I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a cleaner city. Like even the people who are housingly challenged out there, they even dressed nicely. It was 80 degrees and sunny, like 360 days a year out there. So yeah, that's a great call on that. Most slept on.
But you can't pick mine though. You can't pick mine.
I'm not. I'm how good yours was.
Elaborating, okay.
So most slept on. Okay, well,
underrated city.
Underrated.
Most slept on. Same thing. That mean the same thing, but you just said it a cooler way, and I was ready.
Most underrated.
Happy 4th, y'all. Look at America. Big old ships. Let BullRad think about this.
Yeah,
you got to think about it. I don't even think he's been in as much cities as me. I've been around.
I don't know if I have.
But you don't even have to necessarily be there. I don't think you just got to be educated on the city.
Let's see. All right. Well, one of the most slept on places. Okay. All right. Fine. Here, one of the most slept on places as far as a city. It's not a city, but it's a little bit bigger. But one of the most slept on places I personally think is Suffolk County, Long Island. All right. Now, Suffolk County, Long Island. The reason I say that is Suffolk County, Long Island it's the furthest east county that you're going to find. So in Long Island, you have Nassau County, which is where Queens. You have Brooklyn, Queens. Then you get into Nassau County, right?
Mm-hmm.
Long Island, and then as you keep going east towards the end of the island, further out in the ocean, that's where you get to Suffolk County. So when you first get into Suffolk County, I actually lived out there years ago. People would talk about it like, oh, the people from Suffolk are hicks. It's like hick town out there. It's like country out there. They ignore the ocean basically and just act like it's people who live up in the mountains somewhere. But that's certainly not the case. It turns out like that's where a lot of people wound up buying nice houses. They bought houses in the suburbs back in the day when they were cheap out there. And now that everybody is leaving the city and there's no room left in Nassau because it's totally packed, everybody's moving out to their Suffolk. So you get more property for Long Island. You get bigger, nicer houses. And the people that had houses are now flipping that real estate and building big houses. But why it's so slept on out there, in my opinion, is because when you get to the beaches out there, if you're on the North Shore, you're in the Sound, Long Island Sound, so you don't really have waves. It's really calm and nice and peaceful. And then on the South Shore of Long Island, you have the ocean. When you get out, so when you're about near the city and shit, when you're in like Far Rockaway and Queens, and you go to those beaches and stuff, Coney Island, you're on a beach in New York City. There's going to be garbage in the water. There's going to be a lot of boats and stuff go in and out of New York Harbor. So there's oil and gas that's in that water. So that water is not that pretty, not that nice. Although they've done a lot to clean it up, and from time to time it does look pretty good. But by the time you start getting out to Suffolk County, you're now 45, 50 miles out on Long Island. You're traveling east into the ocean. You're just on a gigantic sandbar that just keeps going east and then eventually starts tailing northeast towards the end. But by the time you get out to say like the Hamptons, which is out there on Long Island, people sleep on that. You have the Hamptons, you have Montauk, which is the very end of Long Island. When you hit that point, you're sticking 80, 90 miles off the coast compared to if you were standing on the beach in Jersey at the same time. On Long Island, you're like 80, 90 miles out on the ocean. So you get really big fish out there. You get sharks. You get all the dolphins and the whales because they cruise right by the tip of Long Island on their way up the coast, going up to like Maine and then coming down during the summer and all that. But also when you get out there, because there's no big cities out on far end Long Island, that we don't have big, massive cities that make pollution. There's not tons and tons of people like there is in the city that create pollution. So when you get out there, the water, when I would go out there surfing when I was younger, the water would be crystal clear. It'd be like 10, 15 feet deep. I'm sitting on my board looking down, and you're looking at crabs or like, little fish down at the bottom of the sand, and it's 15 feet deep. You know what I mean? Like, it's amazing. So I think it's pretty slept on out there because the quality of life and the quality of the nature out there, just a lot of people don't even acknowledge it, man. They just live in their house in the middle of the island and they go to work and they don't even realize that they have such a beautiful amenities all right around them, and not enough people take advantage of it. But as of lately, in the past 30 years, people have made it a point to take care of it, clean it up, and really, really keep it thriving. So Suffolk County is my slept on county in America.
Suffolk County. Okay, I'll get to check it out. Somebody said Providence, Rhode Island. I was out in Newport, Rhode Island. It's nice out there.
Providence is beautiful. A lot of gangsters retire to Providence.
And Miami. Gangsters don't die, they get chubby. Then move to Miami. Yeah. Happy 4th.
It's a big day, baby.
Man, you already know how we do. 4th of July. Best barbecue food, ribs, burgers, hot dogs, or chicken?
Ooh.
I'm asking you first, fool. What's the best barbecue food?
Okay. I love all of them. Ribs are great. Burgers great. Hot dogs or chicken. I'm gonna have to go. To be honest, I'm gonna have to go with either hot dogs or burgers. But hot dogs are pretty awesome as far as just being an American thing. Like, it ain't shit to eat 2 quick little hot dogs. It's not a big, huge meal. You don't even need a plate for it. You can just grab it, fucking throw some.
You want the glizzy? You don't even need nothing for it. You can just grab it, huh? Okay.
You can just talking glizzies down the gullet. But yeah, no, I mean, like, picture this, like, you're hanging out by the pool and shit. You got the family and stuff. You're in the pool. You get out, you get washed, dried off, and someone's like, "Oh, here's your food, whatever." You're not that hungry, but you could eat something quick. Somebody hands you a hot dog. You don't need all the bullshit. You know what I mean? You don't need a plate. You don't need to go sit down.
Oh, you're right.
And you take 2 or 3 bites. It's done. Tastes great. And also, people these days like make some pretty high-end food. Obviously, you can find some really awesome, like, gourmet fucking style hot dogs that are just excellent, and they're not made from
gourmet hot dogs.
Well, they're not made from all the gross stuff that you imagine hot dogs could be made of, like the leftover kind of things. They still taste great, but the leftover meats that are then formed and dyed. Or you can get like these hot dog companies that they take good cuts of meat, then they grind it up and it's natural, and then they put it in the casing and you can actually taste the difference. It's pretty good. But either way, regardless, whether you're getting the regular simple street meat style hot dog off the corner in Manhattan, which is awesome, all the way up
to
the
glizzy. You're saying glizzies. Yeah, we're talking about barbecue, but you say hot dogs. Okay, no problem. I'm gonna say chicken, obviously, because I'm black. No, I'm playing. I'm gonna say chicken. I like the barbecue sauce. I like it. I like it jerked. You can do it with the barbecue sauce, no sauce. The breast will taste different from the wing, and the thigh. You got different varieties of things. So yeah, and I'm a real carnivore type of dude. So I'm gonna say the chicken because you feel me. You got the bone. Pause. Throw that out. Yeah, right. It's just the different things you could do with chicken. It's just so much stuff you could do with it. So
it's got a built-in handle.
And they got a built-in handle. Fireworks, love them or ban them? I love them. I don't fuck with them.
All right, I got a follow-up question to this. Actually, I got a 2 question to this. What's your favorite condiment? Not condiment. I'm sorry, not condiment.
God, you back on the food.
Like side that goes with barbecue food, like whether it's it's collard greens or potato salad.
Or racist ass collard greens. I'm gonna say, nah. My mom potato salad. I don't really trust people potato salad, but I definitely the collard green. But my favorite, of course, I want to see some macaroni and cheese, maybe around, or even some tuna, not tuna, but some macaroni salad. Not too much mayo in it, but the veggies and stuff and cold. You feel me? I would enjoy to see that. And then really, I ain't gonna lie, couple pieces of bread with my chicken, I'll be good. But yeah, that's about
Feel that. All right, very nice.
What's yours? A casserole, a string bean casserole?
No. No, mine personally is going to be a macaroni salad. If you're going to do it with like mayo, then it would be like the little mini elbows, the little mini circle elbows. I like it like that. But
Yeah, me too.
my favorite style of macaroni and salad though is the tight spirals, the short spirals. They're really tight,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not
yeah.
done with Italian seasoning, Italian dressing. So it's you take like a packet of good seasons Italian seasoning, and you pour that and mix that in with the oil, with olive oil, mix that up, and then so you put it on that, let that soak, and keep mixing it, and that soaks in, and then with that also, so you have you're gonna have some vegetables in there. You can use whatever you like, but I personally like you get the really small cherry tomatoes and cut them in half, put them in there. They're really tiny, like bite size. Now they're in half too, and then you get the really really small but fresh the mozzarella, the balls of mozzarella that come in the water, like the real Italian style way. You put those in there; they're real fresh and soft. And then you can put like I personally like uncooked vegetables in my salads and stuff. So
Yeah, I
at
like it
that
raw, crispy.
yeah, at that point I would do like really small broccoli florets, the tops, but like like when you break them all apart, not a big piece of broccoli, all individual little tiny small pieces like that. I like it like that. So I'd go with that and maybe either broccoli or cauliflower. Cauliflower is a little less crunchy in there. But yeah, macaroni salad, but with the Italian dressing and mozzarella and the tomatoes. That's the way to go, bro. I love that. That's my favorite.
Me too. Yeah, because when you outside barbecue, it's a different type of style. You know what I mean? It's a different things that go with the barbecue. Yeah, mac and cheese for sure though. Mac and cheese all day. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Different styles of American barbecue. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm talking. Like, I wasn't really when I think barbecue because I'm from New York. So when I think barbecue, I'm not thinking of like down south Texas barbecue. Although I absolutely acknowledge Texas style barbecue. That's the shit. It's arguably one of the best foods in the world. But when I'm thinking
About
barbecue,
that.
again, hot dogs, hamburgers, steaks on the grill in my backyard. Summer style food, stuff that you have set out like the table outside, and you get a bunch of people. So it's just like everybody grabs burgers, chickens, everything's coming off the grill. So you got a big choice of things, and then you got the potato salad, the macaroni salad, that kind of shit. That's the style barbecue that I'm kind of thinking of, like the home style afternoon summer barbecue. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's different styles. Corn
Definitely.
too for sure. So what'd you think about fireworks? I mean, I rock with fireworks. I never went down that road. I had
Yeah.
back when I was growing up, I probably had 1 or 2 M80s in my time. We probably did some stupid stuff with it, like put in a phone booth and blow it, make the coins come out or something. But the fireworks that I had in my lifetime as a kid was more for some troublemaking shit. We never did that. We never had the money or never really was into buying fireworks and letting them off on the 4th of July. But I don't have nothing against them. I rock with them. I don't care. Like, even though I think they're legal in New York, but we still let them off every 4th, please.
Well, they're illegal in New York still. They're actually legal in Pennsylvania, I believe. At least they were up until a couple of years ago. So I'm sure they still are. But I fuck with them. I haven't gotten them in a while, but growing up, it was all about nefarious things. I was trying to get blockbusters and M80s and all that cherry bomb, whatever. Blockbusters, M80s, M90s, anything that can blow up a mailbox, we would be fucking with those. Anything that goes boom. But like I think like 8 or 9 years ago, I was on my way out to at the time my girlfriend, her family had a house out in a lake house in Jersey on this lake. I mean, in Pennsylvania called Lake Wallenpaupack, pretty famous lake. But they had a house out there, so we were driving out there, and I realized we were passing by one of the fireworks places. It's right on the border in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, up on like going on 80, and it just says fireworks. So you pull in, and you go in, and they have crazy sales going on all the time. Like
Yeah, because they're legal in Jersey, right?
Are they now, or they did? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just asking you. I'm not sure, but
but I know in Pennsylvania they are. So
okay. My bad.
The great thing is when you show up, like we were going out there for 4th of July, so it was my birthday when we were driving by the very first time. So you go in and on July 3rd, it's like everything's like 30% off. Everything 30% off, and then they're cutting deals with you too. It's like it's very reminiscent of like buying shit on Canal Street. They're like, no, I'll throw this in for an extra $10, and it's like a whole bunch of shit. And then when you show up on 4th of July, everything's buy one, get one free, or like buy one, get two free, because they're just trying to get rid of everything because it's the biggest day of the year. So wait, if you're going to buy fireworks, wait. If you go to a big supply place that has lots of them and stuff, big store, wait until July 3rd or 4th of July, because that's when you get the best deals, because they're giving that shit away, man. And then, but yeah, we pick it up. And then you got to be slick too, because you can't drive from New York. As soon as you cross over the border, that's where the fireworks store is. If you drive from New York with New York plates and you drive it over into Pennsylvania, go in the store and buy a bunch of fireworks, you can't then turn around, get in your car, and go right back to New York, because the state troopers literally sit right there in the parking lot. So
knowing what you're doing.
Well, it worked out for me. I was coming over the border. I would buy the fireworks, and I would proceed to keep going straight into Pennsylvania to go to my girl's lake house. We'd light a bunch of fireworks off there, but then I'd come home 2-3 days later, and I still had a trunk full of fireworks for New York. So, but yeah, you gotta be slick about it. If you're going out there, you gotta have somewhere else to go and get lost for a little while in PA.
PA. Best 4th of July memory, barbecue. Oh man, this is probably sad, but my cousin, you know, rest in peace, his favorite, because we hit the beach in San Diego, Mission Beach. It's the bonfire pits out there. We do it big. The whole family, everybody coming. That's his favorite. He be on the grill, cooking it up, chefing it up, and doing his thing. And we have a lot of fun out there. Actually, it's so crazy because it's so crowded. It gets so messed up that you got to spend the night if you want a spot on the beach. So him and my cousin Leanna, you feel me? They would go and sleep there, you know what I mean, overnight to lock down the spot. And it was so real, but they did that for the whole family. And then we all come and we have fun and we chill. So yeah, man, sheesh, a lot of fun.
Sure, that sounds awesome. For me, most memorable 4th of July, I mean, I've had a lot of memories because, you know, the whole 4th of July weekend with my birthday being the 3rd, and then growing up, actually, you know, like high school and then all through my 20s, I had a really big group of friends, really close guys, still like brothers to me to this day, most of these guys. But everybody in that group's birthday was in June and July. It was wild. Like one of my best friend, Matt, was June 19th. Then my best friend, Joe, was June 24th. Then he was dating and then married this girl, Jenna, who was July 2nd. I wound up dating my girlfriend for a decade. She was June 25th. Then I'm July 3rd. So it was like we had so many birthdays in order. There was a couple other people that weren't like, they were parts of the group as well that were also towards that last week of June, first week of July. So we had just so much going on in that part of the year because of all the birthdays. But some of my most memorable was going to Long Beach Island with my family, with my mom, my dad, my brother. Some years wind up bringing a friend or two. Me and my brother would each bring a friend with us, and me and my brother, we were always close, and we were only 3.5 years apart. So my friends were friends with his friends and stuff as we were getting older and stuff. So we would each bring a friend, and it would be awesome because it was friends of both of ours. So it became cool. But yeah, going out there, we were young. I was probably like 11, 12. My brother was probably like 9. We went to go see a firework display at LBI.
Your brother's taller? Is he shorter? Is he taller or is he short?
He was
you're a tall guy.
So I'm like 6'5", maybe a little bigger. He was 6'4".
Oh wow, both of y'all with twin towers, huh?
He was 6'4", and then he was like my size, but he was really into the gym and shit. Like he played sports growing up. He stopped playing sports, but he still continued in the gym and got into bodybuilding type stuff. So he was a pretty big guy. But yes, he's just a little bit shorter than me, but might as well be the same size, to be honest.
Twin towers, huh?
Yeah. But so we went to go see a fireworks display on the 4th of July when we were down in LBI. So we were at the house down there. We left the house and we walked down to the bay. And what it is they have a huge barge in the bay that's all set up. And now this is going to be a fireworks display for the entire beach of LBI. You know what I mean? This is a big thing they do every year down there. So we're there, and there's a bunch of people down the end of the block with us. Everybody's got their chairs and their coolers and shit. We're just sitting at the end of the street next to the bay, just drinking and just waiting for the thing to start. So this barge is probably about 150 yards offshore. It's not too far away. And the way they work is they just line these barges with all the tubes and shit for all the motors that shoot up in the air and it's done by computer, and like charging, like the computer basically sends a signal and the wire sparks, and that's what sets off the fireworks. They're not out there with lighters lighting them. It's professional. So anyway, about 5 minutes into the show, it's going really good. About 5 minutes into it, something happened. I don't know if one of the units fell over or something, but all of a sudden you saw like a small flash on the barge itself. Not a big firework explosion, but a small little flash. And then all of a sudden you hear, "Oh shit, watch out, watch out." And then you hear boom, and a big explosion went off on the deck. And 30 seconds later, 30 seconds later, as you're listening to the guys on the dock yelling and screaming on the barge saying, "Get off, get the fuck out of here, get off, get off." About 30 seconds later, that motherfucker started to go off, man. And the barge itself wound up fucking just igniting, and they set off all of their fireworks began exploding in every direction. The barge was completely on fire with just huge, I mean huge, final fucking like the very end of the show, the final, the whatever they call that, the grand finale. So you just have all this grand finale mortars just lighting off all over the place, just going all over the place, and effectively just blowing up and blowing.
So something got loose and got to the whole batch of the fireworks, and
and everything
went up.
So the whole barge went on fire, and everything on there, every explosive on there, just started blowing up in place. They weren't necessarily launching off, not all of them. Some of them were launching, but for the most part, they were all just going off right there on the barge. So the barge, was sunk. It was completely on fire, and then it sunk and everything like that. So everybody got out safe. Nobody got hurt, thank God. It was all good, and it was great because everybody that was there watching, at first we were like, "Oh no," but then you saw everybody got on the boat and got away, and that's when everybody started cheering for it. It was like hooting and hollering because it was like every time it would explode, people going, "Ooh, ah," being assholes. It's funny because you could hear everybody around the whole bay, like thousands of people around the whole bay were there. So it was really funny. It was cool.
That sounds like a hell of a memory. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
It was wild.
I know they mad at me like, "Hey, I get to the dirt, get to the mud. We about to expose some things," but hold on though, because Act put it out, but we gonna explain it from a different perspective. But let's keep this shit going because I like this one more time. That one kind of weird.
No, it makes sense.
We'll do it.
BullRad stay in the water. He be chilled. So
they watching you, BullRad.
You in the mud, I'm in the water. We both doing our thing.
He is always telling a story about where he buys some water, chilling, swimming and fishing and whatever the hell else. So yeah, that boy.
I have an affinity for water. I truly do.
That boy be living his life.
What
does freedom mean to you? Because everybody is financially free.
Shining diamond rings.
That's what freedom mean to you? Diamond rings?
No, I go, what means the world to you? Shining things.
Nah, you said that's what freedom mean to you. You need some fancy things, diamond rings.
Nah, you go ahead. What's
Epstein, nigga?
I want to know what you think. What is freedom to you, Bush? What do you got?
Freedom mean, for me, is the most important thing because mental health is the most important. So freedom in the mind, and don't let nothing catch you and send you down a negative path or make you change your attitude, change your ways, because then you cheating yourself out of life. You know what I mean? Because you got some people that think they're free, but they upset about this, upset about that, and they hold on grudges, and they you know what I mean? They feel like whatever, even if you are owed something or deserve something or you was done wrong by somebody or whatever else. Freedom to me is being able to let that shit go and still be free and be happy in this world, poor or rich, because some of the poorest people are the more happier people. So it ain't really about money. It's about for me, I think freedom means being mentally free of all the bullshit that try to capture you in this world. Because nowadays, when you got the technology, like we talked about, the social media, you can go down any rabbit hole you want and they will capture you and they won't let you go if you give them a little leeway. So, you know what I mean? When you're mentally free, you get a little older, you go through some things, I guess. And some kids are younger than me and mentally able to, keep their brain together. Like it's important, and that's what it is to me, because I see so much people that's falling victim to different things. They're captured, they're enslaved by whatever it is, whatever thoughts, whatever shit that got them obsessed, whether it's politics, whether it's this, whether it's that, all kind of shit. You feel me? So
Right.
freedom to me is having your mind free of all the bullshit and knowing what's right and wrong and being happy and not cheating yourself out of life.
Hell yeah. No, that's a great answer, Bush. That's a great answer. Very nice. Very nice.
Oh man.
I'll go the same one. Freedom. What's freedom to me? Wow. That's crazy, because the whole time I was busy listening to you, I wasn't thinking of my answer. I was listening to you. Good. I like it. What's freedom to me? Freedom to me is education. Okay. This is going to play into a lot of, maybe be able to get a good understanding of why I say the things I say and act the way I do on this about certain topics. But to me is education, moreover knowledge. Okay. You don't necessarily need a formal education to gain knowledge. If you can be taught to read by someone, preferably you can speak or read English is the best way to go to get around and be the most successful in the world today. But knowledge. So if you're taught as a child to read by someone, whether it's a school or a family member or somebody, another child, a friend, learn to read so that way you can find out the answers for yourself. You can get the knowledge for yourself. That way, as a person, we don't really acknowledge it this much in America, but in other parts of the world, it's very important. You can't rely on someone else to tell you what's what. You know what I mean? You need to know for yourself. Like a lot of places you go or a lot of situations you can get in the world, maybe not the first world, but in the world, where no one's going to tell you what something says on a menu, or no one's going to explain a situation to you. They're going to wind up taking advantage of you. As bottom line, you're going to get taken advantage of. The second people pull out a wad of money in a country where they don't know the exchange rate, and they say, "Oh, okay, how much is it in this?" That person is always going to wind up taking all your, well, not all, but a bunch of your money. You know what I mean? Like they're going to all the time. Like, could you imagine? I can picture it right now. Like a young American or British girl in like a fucking market somewhere in India, and she wants to buy like a bracelet, and the guy's like, it's 15, whatever, and she's like, oh, I don't know, and she pulls out, say, like $5,000 worth of their money, but in American dollars it's like $5,000. So she pulls out a spread of cash, and the guy's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's like and he takes like half of this spread of cash, you know what I mean? And it winds up only being like, it winds up being like, say,
where you go,
money.
Freedom,
no clue, you know what I mean?
Freedom to you was not getting robbed overseas. That's freedom to you.
No, I'm just making an example. I'm saying that kind of business, that kind of shit doesn't take place in America. So freedom to me in America is knowledge and education and intelligence, because then you yourself can't get ripped off and robbed. But then it also comes into more than being robbed. You can't be lied to by the state, by the city. Like an ignorant citizen, like that just votes and does what they're told, is a very dangerous thing to the people. You need free thinkers. You need educated people. You need people who can think freely, think on their own. People who have the ability.
In America,
yeah, sure. And that's why America is what America is, because we had those people and we continue to have those people. Whereas we look across the world and you look at the places that don't have or use their voices, whether it's for fear of reprisal from the state, or if it's because they're not that into it. They're just maybe not that smart, or they're not that ambitious. They don't care. And it comes down to, again, education and intelligence. That I think that's what freedom to me means. Is intelligence. No, I'm sorry. No, not intelligence. It's knowledge.
Yeah. Well, I think that goes back to what I was saying too, to a certain extent, because like you get sucked into some propaganda to mess you up, but if you got the knowledge, then you got the freedom. So yeah, I'm with you on that for sure too. That's indeed, that's definitely what it is. What freedom do you value the most? Before we get to the mud, we're gonna finish these questions because I like this shit. I'm learning stuff too.
I know the freedom that I like the most. Something people probably won't even think of, but I like the freedom of being able to travel within the 50 states unimpeded. I don't have to stop at a checkpoint when I go into a new state to show a driver's license. Yeah, we have tolls, and I guess they can track you through that and all that. But what I'm saying is like, it's not like when you're going from place to place in Europe. Granted, those are different countries, but it's a little bit different. But you're not being stopped by people with machine guns because you're going into a certain country and you're not getting your license checked. So, like, when I'm in New York, if I want to drive to, say, Florida, but then I'm going through Virginia or West Virginia, I'm not getting stopped by, two friggin' West Virginia guys down in West Virginia with machine guns asking me to see that my papers and asking me where I'm going and what my business is. Even if they're never going to do anything bad or anything, they're just checking. I'm glad we don't have that. We have full freedom to move about within our country unimpeded, no problem. As long as you're not breaking the law, you're fine. I like that.
But I would have to say freedom of speech because I see so much people going through shit for the stuff they say in America. We could sit up here on these podcasts and talk our shit, and it's not against the law. So I might have to say freedom of speech right now, even though I've been incarcerated and all that. I've been prison jails and all that, but I'm gonna just say freedom of speech. That's my thing. I think that matters to me the most right now.
I think that's a great one. As podcasters, that should be up there on both of our lists for sure. Absolutely. That's a great question.
Indeed.
It's a great question and a good answer for sure. So good job. Good job.
What's one law you would change if you can?
If I could, I would make it. It would have to be worded properly because I could see it getting out of hand if people were stupid about it. But
here we go.
It's kind of a two-parter. But anyway, I'm sorry. I have two separate ones. I have to make it this. Two things. One, they have to overturn and make it illegal once again propaganda on our news channels. Barack Obama, for some reason, I believe in 2016 or whenever it was.
Okay.
He signed into law. He signed a bill into law making it legal that United States news broadcasting stations like ABC and NBC are legally allowed to run propaganda stories, which wind up giving Americans false information. That's legal. I would like that to be made illegal. So no propaganda on American news. On United
but if
States.
you've got the freedom of the knowledge, then but now I'm just playing. Go ahead. You said that's the law you want to change, the propaganda. I like that. Yeah,
propaganda, make propaganda illegal again. And what the fuck was the other one? There was another one that was super important. I forgot. All right, so yeah, no propaganda at all ever. But what would you change?
Even though Square Bear from Delaware on a 10 pair and a 10 stead and all that, but I did suffer from them the crack laws and stuff. So I want cocaine and everything else to be the same time as crack. We get caught. Fuck out of here. That's what I would like to change. That bullshit, stupid shit. But yeah, that's about it, man. Anyway, Happy birthday to BullRad. I thought I hooked up my damn my machine, but I didn't. So I could hear it, the clapping when I press the button, but y'all don't hear it. But 4th of July.
Thank you very much.
So, as a patriot that we know you are, what do you feel about lobbyists and people that have special interests, especially influential people that is using their influence to get big old checks from other people, richer people, and keeping that a secret, but spreading the agenda and secretly collecting money to spread that?
Right. So with the lobbyists themselves, I don't necessarily hate them. They're just a tool and just a player in the game. That was
I shouldn't have said lobbyists. My bad. Yeah, go
but the idea of being able to lobby our government as a company, as a private company, you know, whatever you may be, a weapons manufacturer or a car company that's trying to get around some kind of inspection that's coming up on your cars. Bottom line is any big corporation that's then going to lobby. I'm not into that because I don't like government being influenced or infiltrated by big business. I just don't like it. There's no need for it. Our government needs to be standalone. It doesn't need help or to help out big auto and big tech of any kind of shit like that. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, you misunderstood the question, I think, too. I'm talking about like celebrities who secretly collect money from higher powers to and certain interests, which usually go into politics and stuff, but they collect money from, you know.
Wait, you mean people. Like charities, like using Leonardo DiCaprio to raise awareness for like little baby chimpanzees, that kind of shit?
Nah, I'm talking about Charlemagne the God. Now, let's get into it. Nah, I'm just playing. I hear you saying shit, but look, because he's secretly been giving academics little messages.
Narrative.
Yeah.
So that's a whole different story. So what do I feel about that? Like, who do I think is one? Or are you saying?
No, it's all good. Let's just move on.
I'm sorry, I missed the whole question.
Academics have been getting warned by Charlemagne. Oh, you better be careful. They know about this. They know about that. Ooh, the Rock Nation. They know about this, that. But then, you know, academics did some little digging and discovered that Charlemagne is on some contracts, major shit with casinos and all kind of shit. And he's basically getting paid from Rock Nation. Now, the type of character to do that too, because according to academics, they was good friends. We're going to explore that character. We're going to go in a little depth with this, but this is what academics is alleging, so you'll be caught up to speed. And this is when he actually broke it all down. Short little clip real quick.
That have significant financial interest or maybe equity or some ownership, but they show the people who are part of that organization. I scrolled down a little bit more, and under Rock Nation, it reads these names: Sean Carter, Desiree Perez, Jana Fleshman, Angela Rye, Alicia Keys, and that's not my mother media goat, Leonard McKelvey, aka Charlemagne, not under the Rock Nation banner. No, we got him, y'all. We got him, y'all. I refreshed this page 40 times. I couldn't believe it. No, under Rock Nation, Leonard McKelvey, aka it says known professionally as Charlemagne the God. According to how they tried to submit this to the New York State government, they claim that Leonard McKelvey was a part of whatever Rock Nation was going to do.
All right, y'all. Academic.
They were supposed to be friends. What's the problem with I ain't play devil's advocate. Charlemagne told him, yeah, you better be careful about this or that. They was doing some shit with the fake gambling shit, online gambling stuff. He told you should be careful. And Charlemagne, like we already talked about this, and academics was nervous because like how you know this information, but at the same time, now he told you the information. Now you want to go dig up some dirt on him and try to. Why not just take the information and be like, okay, and realize he's working with them, and that's it. But yeah, it's turned into a mudslinging shit now, though.
Yeah, no, it's no Boinskis, man, and there's. It's funny because you get these celebrities who get in business and go partners and get involved with other celebrities in business ventures and shit. And it's like, from the outside, I don't know these people, but just from watching what goes on and what people do and who they are and how they talk in interviews, there's certain people that I'm like, man, I would never get involved with this asshole with money. This guy's a piece of shit. I would never put money involved with this guy. And then you have somebody go and invest X amount of money with so-and-so. And then whatever the project was falls apart and the person loses their money and the scumbag guy loses all their money, but nothing ever happens to him. And he's still famous and he's still making movies. And then you don't hear about the other person anymore because they lost their bankroll. And anybody can invest money with someone like Charlemagne or get involved on a product because Charlemagne's going to be the celebrity endorsing it. That's someone who's desperate and trying at anything, trying to get rich for doing it.
Or using his influence, using his voice.
Like he'll be the one promoting the shit, using him to promote it. If you're using him to promote your product, you're bottom of the barrel scraping it.
Nah, that's not what they're doing. No, they're using him to push agendas though. But this is when he really
that's the voice. That's different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is wild. Over the last couple of weeks, DJ Academics has completely lost his mind, going to absolute war with Jay-Z and Rock Nation. Honestly, it got so intense on social media that it looked like his main profile got hijacked by whoever runs his subsidiary news pages. Either that or Ack forgot which account he was logged into. Ever since Jay-Z took a shot at Drake during that Roots Picnic freestyle, Academics and the hardcore OVO fanbase have been on a non-stop mission to tear down Hove and his entire empire. Anytime someone steps up to Drake, the retaliation machine kicks into overdrive, and right now, the target is locked on Rock Nation. Now look, the tension between these camps isn't brand new, but that freestyle was the absolute breaking point. What makes it hilarious is that Drake himself isn't even reacting online with this level of aggression. The only thing we've actually heard about Drake's stance came from Maul, who mentioned that Drake was just texting him clowning Jay-Z's hair during the event.
My phone, nothing. So I think it was halftime or something. So I look at my phone and I see text from Drake, and I'm just reading it, and I'm like, okay, so he did, which we all said was probably gonna happen. Won't get into what our conversation was from there.
He said, "Nigga, get your uncle."
No, he didn't say that.
We knew the game was gonna get dirty. We're gonna get into that, but we knew it was about to get nasty. Now they trying to build up cases on each other.
But
that's so great. He's talking to Drake during this. I'm next to Biggs on the riser. I chose the side.
Oh
no, but
I'm with Biggs.
But the whole thing
Biggs is on the riser with us.
I don't know what's happening. So everything that we talking about, I don't even know what was said. So he was picking out certain things that he said, but the one thing that Drake said was like, "Yo, but what's up with the hair?"
While everyone else is panicking, Drake is literally just sending text messages laughing at a hairstyle. He hasn't dropped a response track. He hasn't done an angry interview. And
man, we can't believe what you say, what Drake say. That's all compromise, please.
Yeah, I gotta keep it beat. In all of the agendas for Academics TV or otherwise, none of it says just hate Charlemagne. Academics TV loves Iceman. Academics TV basically is counteracting a lot of.
So Academics' argument is, we were best friends. We were good friends. We had each other back. How could he do this? I can't believe it. Which is cap. Come on now, let's be real. Like a person like this, before we get into the super nastiness, let's just remember where Charlemagne came from. You feel me? He was one of them guys, one of those dudes. What'd you say?
Charlemagne the God. He's from DC, right? That was his original.
Yeah, but I'm talking about his personality coming in the game.
Sure.
Why his ass got fucking knocked out. Now let me play. I'm gonna play a little bit of this to see idea where he came from, because people is confused. They forgot about these days, but maybe I'm old. So
Dude, that's hard to do in the summertime when you got a vagina. You know that, right?
Can't hear you.
$6. Can we?
oh, my bad. You can't hear
It's
it
okay.
for real?
I can hear it now. It's just that one clip doesn't have audio, I think.
Yes, it does. You're bugging.
Yeah.
He said your father he said all kind of foul shit the first 2 seconds.
They some beautiful women.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
And they smell good, too. That's hard to do in the summertime when you got a vagina. You know that, right?
$6. Can I see what that mouth do though for $6?
From the time Charlemagne made a host.
I want to know how he's able to clean up his little image so quick, like a Swift. You feel me? Jay-Z had to say the bigger powers had to be involved to go from that to the $200 million deal, and now he's Mr. Righteous writing books. You feel me?
Mr. Righteous.
Nah, he be on his righteous shit now.
Crash out on their own show to the time he got jumped for speaking on someone's business. These are Charlemagne the God's most disrespectful moments. Starting off with the time Charlemagne made Jennifer Lopez super uncomfortable after he kept saying creepy stuff to her. Back in 2014, Jennifer Lopez made an appearance on The Breakfast Club to talk about her career and private life. Right off the bat, though,
What we're going to establish is a man that is soul, his morals and values for the money. That's what I'm establishing now. And then we'll get into the other stuff.
He's also talking to a hoe who sold her soul, and the only reason she's famous is because she has a fat ass. literally remember
Oh,
that.
facts. I ain't got nothing, you know. That's but she changed her life, and she wasn't. She held herself to a certain standard outside. She, you know. So that's the whole thing.
Charlemagne had to let her know that he sniffed her seat the last time she was on the show.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
You have to make a confession.
Okay.
Our coworker that's sitting on your right.
Uh-huh.
Last time you were up here and you left.
Can I tell her? I sniffed your chair last time you was
You're
here.
a sick person.
I know. I did. I couldn't help it. I mean,
you're very uncomfortable now, and they laughing, but this is disgusting. That's just weird to say it.
I think she low key likes it, and
she might
have balls for saying it.
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm just saying, like, this is the person that'll say anything for the, you know what it is. Because look, it obviously wasn't him. Because let's be real here. Homie still do his thing. Howard Stern. Oh shit, we got Rasta Chris in the building. Hold on.
Hey, what's up? I just talked to Prince. Yeah, I just talked to Prince. What's up, homie? All right, what's up?
Good with you, man?
Everything cool. I just talked to Prince. Just like 10 minutes ago.
Prince? Rasta Chris, y'all. He in the building.
So I was home. So I said, let me just tune into you. See what's up.
Second biggest interview on the channel.
How's everything? What's up with everybody? Everybody say what's happening.
Happy 4th of July. What they do down
put on
there?
The light, cause
Rasta
like
Chris,
you
down in
my little room here.
This Rasta Chris, you know, he did. He
did see it better now?
30, yeah, I see you. You good? He did 30 years. You know,
hear me?
One of our biggest interviews. Yeah, I hear you. One of our biggest interviews is with him. Yeah, I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. So what's good?
Nah, I was just giving the people a little rundown on you.
What y'all was into? What y'all was talking about?
We was talking about Charlemagne, freaky Charlemagne. You don't hear me?
Can you hear us?
How you
I can hear you now. Yeah, I said, yeah, what's good? What y'all was talking about?
We were talking about radio entertainer Charlemagne the God, and you know, if he's just like a weirdo. He was saying some weird stuff to Jennifer Lopez in an interview, made her pretty uncomfortable, and just in general how he's kind of a foul individual that's not really to be trusted.
I don't know who that is. I'm on the other side of the pond, that they say here in England. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, no, you're very lucky. He's a waste. You're
I don't. Yeah, I don't even waste my time with people like that. I got more important energy to do. That's what I see this world is about. They waste their time entertaining idiots. So I ain't got time for that.
What's up with Prince? Everything all right with Prince?
Well, it's good. Yeah, I was telling my bad Bush. I just talked to Prince 2 minutes ago. He's like, yeah, he's telling me some stuff that I guess that you already know. I don't even mention his name. They putting out there, paying people and stuff like that to put up lies on him. And I was based on what he was saying is like, I did 31 years. Tuck did almost 30 years. A bunch of all of us in New York that did time, and he was around all of us. How could it be something negative? We see all the paperwork, we seen everything. So for those people to keep believing in these rats, what is wrong with society? Real niggas come and real niggas talking to society, and society rather believe in rats. I told them straight up, why you explain? We don't explain ourselves to nobody. We know what we did, we know what we did, we know how real we are. We don't have to explain. Let them do that. Rats like that and people like them, they got to explain. They can't explain, so they try to throw dirt on other people. Are they serious? And people going for that? This world is shot out, man. I haven't paid it no mind. Like I told him, he was getting ready to go. I said, no, don't go do no podcast on him, giving him clicks and entertaining a rat. This is what this society thing doing now. This social media stuff making everybody can say what they want and people believe it. I don't care if you believe what you want to believe about me. I know different. I ain't explaining nothing.
Yeah,
real niggas ain't got to explain nothing. Let real people think. When you start explaining, you make yourself feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like what they saying is true.
But he in the business of podcasting.
Run with it. You know Prince. This nigga. I know everybody know these people profile, and for them to be believing it, come on, man. They need to do their homework. A lot of people ain't doing their homework. Maybe do time and then they'll see the real deal. But if you ain't never did time, a lot of time and everything, and we can't be in New York dudes. You can't be around us if you a certain type of thing. If you're a rat, you can't be around us in the pen. It's 300-400 of us. So 1, 2, or 3 of us ain't going for it. You know what I'm saying? 100 of us ain't going for it because they're telling other people. So if you don't know, if you try to think you can slip through, yeah, people might slip through until we find out. When we find out, they see what we do to them. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I ain't got time for that. But like I told him, don't get on your podcast and start explaining. Talk about other things. This nigga looking to get he's losing, so he's trying to get clicks off of you.
Yeah,
Why
he
he keep
mad.
talking about you? Why he keep
He
talking
mad.
about you? You ain't talking
He's-
about him.
He see Prince came out and
You
his
know what I'm saying?
podcast
You out
was
now.
split.
Why he still talking about you? If you was gonna talk, you would have went on his podcast and everything. Why none of us ain't going on his podcast? Why no real niggas with prison ain't going on his podcast? That should tell y'all something.
Yeah.
That should tell the world out there something, but they rather believe people that out there with them that's rats. Like I said, a lot of people believe rats. A lot they live with rats. They entertain rats. It was the opposite with us. For 30 years, I ain't entertaining them. We crushing them. So it's a difference. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, yeah, everybody do what they want to do. Believe what you want to believe. Hey, say whatever you want about me. Look at me. Do I look like I give a rat's ass about what anybody say about me? Trust me, I don't care. As long as I know me, that's all that matters.
It was mostly all solid
And
comments.
if you got something to say to me, face me. As they see, then we'll see what type of dude I am. Even at this age, ask them in England what I've been doing so far. Don't play with me. I crushes them. You know what I mean? They're gonna be all right.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what?
But you know,
I ain't the toughest nigga in the world, but trust me, I ain't the one to play with.
ain't nobody trying to play with you.
Well, so I gotta tell them I ain't the one to play with. So I let them analyze how tough I am then. Okay?
Mm-hmm. We trying to establish
So what you gonna do, man? Talk to me.
Character traits of this guy. He's in the news right now for reasons. I'll explain it to you.
I can't hear
in a
nobody.
minute.
Is everybody else still live? Everybody on?
But I'm gonna play the. I don't know why you don't hear us because our
Hello?
mics is loud. My mic is on.
I can't hear nobody. Okay.
All right.
I just heard. Okay. So what's
We're
up?
gonna get to this because there's a reason why I'm playing this. I want you to see a little bit of this real quick.
J-Lo, I just,
He definitely did a couple of times.
I just had to know what it smelled like just a little bit.
And
You went. It was amazing.
okay, good.
Smelled like angel wings and lemons.
J-Lo didn't seem to have a problem with Charlemagne's confession, which is probably why he
Still
felt
can't hear
comfortable
nobody.
making some
I ain't
more
touched nothing.
out-of-pocket comments about her body a few minutes later.
Now, with these artists on the album,
Now hold on. Now she mentioned her booty. Can we talk about that
She
for a
said
second?
you-
She said
I
she said
mentioned
booty,
the
booty,
song.
booty.
Glossed over that.
I heard that.
Okay, there's a reason why I'm playing this. Hold up. Let me skip it because I know it's gonna be the same old bullshit. The boy is weird with it.
You're too hard on this show.
Already.
You know, one of my nicknames for you is the voice of the young struggle face.
What?
It's because you're young, but you have an old face.
I got an old soul, but I've
All
right, I watched this. The voice of an old struggle face.
That's fucked up. A struggle face.
The Breakfast Club is one of
Nasty.
the most iconic radio shows in hip hop, and they have interviewed a ton of huge artists.
Yeah,
but
can hear
these
me now?
interviews don't always
Yeah.
go well. From heated
Okay, cool.
arguments and guests
All right, so
crying
I'll just
to
listen
people
to-
straight up leaving, these are the most intense moments in Breakfast Club history. Starting off with the Beanie Siegel interview. Charlemagne
The way he got at the females before, and then he changed up his whole style. It get ill.
Creatively.
Now watch this.
So what do? Send your old homeboys to come attack me. And you know what? I deserved it.
Speaking of getting run up, Dank DeMoss is a rapper from Detroit who started going viral early this year after she filed a lawsuit against Ride.
And then it make you believe what people are saying, man.
Okay.
Not worth it.
If Tekashi 6ix9ine,
Guys.
if Tekashi 6ix9ine beats this case, I'll suck his dick. He don't
You
have
see that?
Wow. He played them type of games. Okay.
Weirdo. Now hold
Yeah,
up.
he
though, 'cause
played
I'm
them
getting
type of game. He
somewhere.
gay. For him to
Gay
even
as
say
hell.
some shit like that, he's gay.
That's what I said, right?
Nah, for him to even say some shit like that,
say it.
he's gay.
Just to say it, he is gay.
Yeah, he's gay. That's gay.
But
I ain't
he been
knocking the
accused of some-
gays. I ain't knocking the gays, which I am knocking the gays, but he's gay.
But especially in the black community, there is no playing around with that. There's
Nah,
It
just-
he's
is
gay.
in some communities, but in some real nigga
Oh
communities.
yeah,
ain't
nah,
no
yeah,
play.
they can do that.
if he was a white boy in college, that's a joke. That's
Yeah,
funny.
you're right. I hear you. But yeah, niggas don't play like that.
But some dudes play like that, but I'm saying that's gay to me. So hey,
That's all the way. Hold
that's
on.
all I gotta say.
Oh
You
my
can say anything. You can say
This
anything
is
in the
creepy.
world. You can say
Oh my
anything in the world.
Miko, all jokes aside, would you suck his dick?
He sold his soul for the content
Wow.
too. And the same thing like Wack and other people I speak on. Now watch, I'm going somewhere with this. But we already established the way he get down with the females and all that. Now hold up, because
can't touch my burn bush if that's the question.
Right now, he in the news for some other foul stuff because he was lobbying, pushing an agenda, and we found out he was getting paid by Rock Nation, and he was pushing a certain agenda. But I'm going back before I get to that. Watch this, though. Ebro going to speak on it first. It's serious stuff, man.
Your Ebro world. Subscribe now to the Hot 97 YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
I've mainly left the rape charges conversation alone with
Charlemagne the God. They said it was a little girl, too. Hold up.
Regard to Charlemagne. That's right, Pee-wee.
Talk about it, Pee-wee. He's like, about
My dog
time,
is-
damn it.
My dog is barking like,
And the
what's
reason,
happening?
and I've had the documents and I've had the police paperwork for years. And the reason I've left it alone was mostly because I didn't want it to contribute to the pile-on, part one. Part two, I didn't
You
want
don't
to
leave
get
that alone,
involved
you
in
speak
somebody
on that.
else's mess. And part three, it's 17 years old. But I'm being told that now that people are talking about it because you chose to jump into the Kwame Brown conversation, Charlotte. That you're sending out cease and desist for people to not talk about it? And for that, you get
congratulations, you played yourself.
Because
I missed that, huh, BullRad? You don't got that no more.
When you was on the air for weeks talking about Mr. C and what he had going on, nobody sent you a cease and desist. When you was going at Funk Flex for the non-charge that he got with regard to him and his wife, nobody sent you a cease and desist. When you went at Cypher Sounds and re-edited audio to get him in trouble, nobody sent you a cease and desist.
Oh.
When you released audio of Floyd Mayweather and his problematic reading, nobody sent you a cease and desist.
He the one that did that. Grimy ass.
But now people are bringing up your stuff. And you want to send the lawyers? That's not clean, bro.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And I know you're trying to move on with your career. You got the books. You got working on TV shows. I understand, bro.
He's definitely close to Hov. We know that.
Why
He's close to Hov. Just like when Nas got close to Hov and he ended up Casino partially owning hundreds of $1 million. It's a good thing. Hov is a businessman, but we can't deny he's close to Hov. But academics is saying he was saying he wasn't. That's crazy. But let's stay here and then we'll get there though.
Let me ask you a question. What the fuck does academics know besides what he reads on the same exact internet that we all access?
Oh, I said that when I reacted to the first time I seen him do it. I said it's not hard to do the research.
No, exactly.
If you know how to navigate the internet. That's exactly what I said just the other day when I was speaking on it. But it's just like he did it though, and he found his name and all the shit tied up in casinos at Rock Nation, and it's kind of it's weird. And you know, when you think about Jay-Z and the stuff he was accused in the Epstein bullshit, it's just all that bullshit. I'm like, wait a minute, let me peep it though.
you're sending the lawyers. But as long as you're in this radio game and you wanted to jump up and key with Matt Barnes and all of them, and because you are in control of that podcast and you wanted to promote that podcast. That podcast is a part of the network that you put together under iHeart. You wanted to help promote that. But you kicked the hornet's nest with Kwame Brown.
Well, I'm getting ready to do something. I'll come back.
Don't
All
forget
right?
what he said specifically.
All right, big bro. Good looking.
All right.
Yeah, I want to do the interview with you. We'll set up the date. But yeah, you tap in whenever you want.
All right, got you. Cool.
Seeing you, brother.
The big homie Roster Chris, you know how he do. He tapped in a minute. He jumped in. I had to get to the bottom of this shit though. You know, once we start something, that's where it's at. That's where we going. So
yeah, once we start, we gotta know.
Mm-hmm.
He did that. You wanted to talk about the man, these horrible things that had happened in his life with his dad committing a murder,
his brother that he didn't know. You were talking about some bad stuff with him. So that's the only thing I want to contribute here is you get on this box, you talk about other people's business. You from the Wendy Williams school of the messiness. You can't act funny when people want to talk about your personal messiness.
It's about to get up.
Sending lawyers and all of that. That's a foul ball. Blow the whistle on the play and hit this man with the.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah.
Laura, what you got today?
Wow. The Billboard Music Awards.
It's about to get uncomfortable in a minute, y'all. Sorry to do this to y'all.
Stay creeping.
I got.
What's the wildest shit you ever did? Like after, like since you gained fame with like either groupies or I don't do that shit. I'm scared of that kind of shit.
Hey, BullRad, this is when his face was, his face, the one that God gave him.
Yeah, when he was a little darker here. Yeah. Like
Had a rape charge before. Oh, for real? Hell yeah.
Chocolate there.
Now he looked like you almost. Damn, man. It's crazy.
Chocolate to caramel macchiato.
I'm scared of that kind of shit. I don't even play them. You got like a charge? How you beat that? Because I didn't do it. It was a criminal sexual conduct with a minor charge.
Oh my God.
That's
okay.
Wow, bro. Like you got
how did this even like how the fuck? What the fuck?
This isn't so casual. Like, nah, bro, it wasn't shit. It was just,
Yeah. The way you talking about it. Yeah.
Face
right.
I mean, you would have to like register.
And look, it's ironic that Academics is the one asking about this, and these two now are trying to totally destroy each other's lives right now.
Academics,
weirdos. But we ain't, Ak is accused of some shit too. But we on Charlotte today, man. Ugly.
Yeah, it was the year 2000, 2001. I think I was like 20. I was 20 years old. My cousin had graduated from high school, and he had got a scholarship to Penn State University.
It's got to be damaging, and I think Academics just released this on some shit on an attack, because look at the interview. This ain't even his style or nothing. I feel like this is just, he released this shit.
This is weird.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
And I had a party, and I had all of these chicks at a party. Like I was doing overnights I was working at D93 then, so I had all these chicks there that I met through radio, and chicks that my dude had known. So I used to always see this chick with my dude. So I bought, I invited her to the party. See if she was at the party and shit. She got drunk, high, whatever. Something happened in the room with a couple of my dudes. I'm asking them, did they mess with the chick? After the fact, after she
a minor. You just said you brought her to the spot.
Yeah,
she's a minor, and her dude. Something happened with your dudes. All right, whatever, man. This is crazy. Man. Whoever brought her to that's crazy. Who brought her here?
Press charges, and they was like, no.
And we know what he's saying might not be true, but we know he brought her there though. That's weird.
But they was like, yo, she's bugging. I remember the night of, they was like, yo, she's in here bugging out. She's kicking over the TV and she's trying to set shit on fire. I'm like, what the fuck?
Was still there? Like, damn, little girl.
Because I had left. So the next morning, I'm hearing she said she got raped. So I go to the hood to ask what happened. They like, yeah, my cousin who had got the scholarship, yeah, he's in jail now. What you mean he's in jail? He's in jail. They said he raped the girl. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I go down to the jailhouse, talk to the detective myself. No, they had no one for me. I just told the detective, like, look, I take full responsibility for anything that ever happened in the house last night. You gonna take the case? No, but I told her, I said, as far as I know, because I asked around, did anybody fuck up? I'm like, yo, nobody got raped. Yada yada yada. They didn't even have my cousin in custody. My other cousins was fucking with me because they was mad they didn't get invited to the party. Hating ass motherfuckers. So my cousin wasn't even in custody.
Hating ass motherfuckers was mad they didn't get invited to the party. You still trying to sound cool and gangster when you're talking about this situation with a minor, and your ass brought her there. This is weird.
Like, I didn't even get invited to the party. Oh, I was
gonna
that. It's like, shut up, you filthy fucking animal. And answer the question.
So I went down to the jail.
You already established to me that you was a filthy freak because you're the one that brought her there.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I take full responsibility for everything. I bought
that full responsibility for everything. Man, yeah, right. This guy is wild.
Alcohol. They was like, well, you're not even of age to buy alcohol. And I'm like, well, how'd you get it? Well, I got a crackhead to get it for me. Whatever.
You went out there copping out pleas.
They had to do shit. Damn. So 2 weeks later, they come and arrest me for criminal sexual conduct with a minor. So I had to get blood and hair follicles.
Oh, you going down there to initially explain it?
They ain't had nobody else.
Oh, he went down there and said, no, I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. And then they found out he did. Then they came and got his raggedy ass. That's what happened.
Depending on. So being that I went down there and took full responsibility,
Well, lock him up. Did it get through? You got indicted on it and everything, or
Now with the I went to court. With the court, they reduced the charges to like contributed to delinquency of a minor because I had to give blood and all DNA samples, and it wasn't me. Whoever touched it wasn't me.
So you didn't get no jail time over that?
Nah, I got like probation, like 4 or 5 months probation or something like that.
That means you was convicted of the shit.
Wait, hold on. So if it wasn't him and he didn't do it, why would he get probation? If it wasn't him,
and why would you cop out to that too? Why would you cop out? Niggas don't cop out to that. No way.
It wasn't me. And then in the charges it says I didn't do it. It wasn't me, but he got fucking probation. So what'd you get probation for? For being a good guy and not raping somebody?
Apparently, it seems like he's lying. But we're gonna hear from the victim too. Sorry, we gotta get through this.
Trouble for anything, he wouldn't be on probation.
I'm trying to establish the character. You know what we do here, man. But hold on.
Something like
that's so. I mean,
the way he moving, the way he talking, lost his confidence. He started looking at his phone, everything. We talking about something serious in your ass, something light, a R charge, and you went down for it. And look at his demeanor, looking at his phone. He said it's something light.
Something like
that's so. I mean,
so that's the reason I don't play those games.
So you was in that unit over there. They kept you away from the real ones, even when you was. Oh, you didn't go to jail. You did probation. Okay, we get it. But something like you got a foul charge. He talking about something like you got an R charge, man.
With females, I don't play games like that. Like if I'm kicking it with you, I'm kicking it with you.
It's a girl, it's a little girl, not a female. It's a little girl, not the female. Little girl.
Not bringing no randoms over. Somebody I just met from the club. Some chick I just.
So he basically, to me, he told on himself the way he's talking about it right now, because it was a minor. You're talking about her like she was a grown ass person and shit. He could have said, "Oh, I didn't even know she was a girl." Da da da. Blah blah blah. But no, you see, I don't play these games with females. And we kicking it. What?
Met like I go through a process. I talk on the phone with girls. I take them out with me a few times before I even try to get at them. Like I got to see where they head at. You know what I mean?
Oh, you taking chicks out on dates?
I mean, I wouldn't call them dates, but they come with me where I'm at. You know what I mean? If I'm at a club, hosting a party or something, yeah, you can come through, have a good time. You know, black, dark black, light skin. It ain't about whether you're white. It ain't about whether you know, Asian.
It sound like it because you just first thing you said black, light skin. What the fuck are you talking about? Sound like it do matter to you. Like what's going on here? Weirdo.
Although that specific thing, I think that they just cutting the interview up. So I think that he had just come off a question like,
yeah,
what
of
kind
course.
of you prefer, black, white? I don't care. It's all the same. It's all big on the
But a person that's gonna do the shock value shit and ain't even about that. Like I said, Howard Stern still does it with his bag, with his money. He moved up and still does the same thing. This guy was doing it at the time to be a straight hoe and get in some situations, and now he changed it up. Oh, I'm a distinguished gentleman. Read my book and all the fuck shit. But it tell you about the characteristic traits of a fake ass, foul ass Epstein type of dude that do anything for money. That's the same traits. You feel me? The soul. You know what I'm saying? We getting somewhere though. But hold up, because this girl is grown now, but she was a minor, and I'm sorry, y'all, but I really didn't see this either. But I want to get to the bottom of this. But I already know off of what I know what type of character he is, though. But let's watch a little bit of this real quick.
This man that we see on or hear on the radio every day, that we see on the internet, that we see on our TV screens, that we see on the red carpets.
She was like 14 or something like that, some stupid young age. Like what?
This is not who he really is.
Charlemagne the God is one of the most hated radio hosts in America's history, especially when people look at how he talks to guests on The Breakfast Club. But Charlemagne has a dark past that should be at the forefront of why he is disliked in the industry. Today, we're uncovering the truth about what happened to Jessica Reed, a woman who bravely came forward disclosing horrific details of a night she had with...
Yikes. This publication sounds trustworthy. What is it? It's Hip Hop Chronicles. They got 75,000 subs. I don't know, but I'm just saying I'm digging the way they presenting it. So let's go though. This is crazy.
With him. After further research into her story and seeing how traumatized she remains to this day, it becomes important to expose the truth about how Charlemagne shattered this poor girl's life.
They took me upstairs in the bathroom and then they closed the door behind them they were in the bathroom with me. And so I had one person over here holding me up, and then the other person over here holding me up, Larry and Boo. And that's when they
out a lot together, but always with friends. It was never a solo date.
They hung out a lot together. He was hanging out with this little girl a lot, hanging out with her. You know, I don't really trust dudes that call themselves gods either. Now I think about it, you know, Hova, all that. I don't live now in retrospect. It don't age well. And Charlemagne the God and all these.
I've never ever in my life understood that moniker, saying, you know, calling someone God or the God. It's like, what the fuck? Like, that's the ultimate stupid mistake, sin to make in life. Like, if
unless you're a god body or something, that's different. But these rappers who just get a lot of money and God, or that's weird. That's the Epstein syndrome. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's weird. Like, I don't even like. I think it's sacrilegious to call yourself the GOAT, but calling yourself a god or the God is dumb. Like, have fun getting hit by lightning just after you get everything in life you wanted.
Yeah, it says something about you too, though.
It does.
He eventually started trusting Charlemagne and started to feel like they were siblings because he treated her as such, only if she knew what was ahead. The first question would be, why is Charlemagne hanging out with a 15-year-old high school student?
15, nasty boy.
What exactly are you discussing with a 15-year-old as an adult? But in 2001, not many people had questions. Charlemagne and Jessica continued to blossom in their friendship. Then on June 9th, 2001, Charlemagne invited her to her birthday party. And although Jessica never really wanted to go, she was pressured. And that was where things turned ugly. The party.
I think I was like 20. I was 20 years old. My cousin had just graduated from us.
For her and her friend.
20 years old.
She still knew what was going on and knew that she was in an upstairs bathroom. There were two men holding her up.
So now when you think about all these details we getting and what's going on from the beginning, how he got into the game, you feel me, with his shock value, but then he switched up his style and now he's a total different thing. He tried to change his image up. Got with Rock Nation. Apparently he's under contracts, because when I first heard academics bring that up, I thought, come on, we all independent contractors. We catch bags from all kind of companies and things like that. But when you think about the way it went down and what's really going on, it's kind of different, and it's trying to control, control agendas. They built Charlemagne up like he's the guy to like the spokesperson for black men. Well, he not, but they try to do that, and then he got political, and I don't think that's even his real interest. He did it for a bag. He don't give a damn about politics or none of that. He never did. He did it for a bag, and now he's over there playing these games, and they're using him as a instrument. But he really fucked himself up with this Drake and Jay-Z. OVO, big powerful company. Rock Nation, big powerful company. Gets ugly.
Well, he overstepped his bounds with the whole Rock Nation conversation, because who the fuck are you? And nobody needs your 2 cents or your opinion about it. But I never really understood Charlemagne the God. Like, I never understood who he was, where he came from, and why the industry cared what he said or what he thought or what his opinion was. Like, this guy's a nobody from nowhere that's now commenting on basically what's going on around the country. But, like, I don't like his opinion, really. I don't think a lot of people do. He's got first off, he's ignorant, but not ignorant like in a funny way. He's like ignorant in a stupid way. Like, he chose not to pay attention to that subject or to that concept knowingly, because he just didn't like where it was going to go, and it was going to look a way that he didn't like. So he refused to like research or understand certain aspects, yet he's educated in general and fully understands majority of things. But there are certain subjects that he just is willfully ignorant about, and that's the one thing in the world that I hate the most. Is like,
but when you got this kind of dirt on him that he got, that we're finding out, can you really be a shock guy? No, you had to switch it up and try to clean up his shit, because that shit was coming out.
You can't be on the radio or on TV or on the internet pointing the finger and saying you're not doing this, you're not doing that, if you yourself are being shady or have a bad history. So no, he can't be doing that. But like, that's what he does. So because
says a lot.
Well, says whoever put him in the position to get him on the radio. He didn't win a contest to do it, but he sure as shit didn't do it by being the best in his business. Like so you're telling me as far as New York's entertainment goes, in the morning we originally had Angie Martinez, the morning show, right, over at Hot 97, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the next best person in the world that could be gotten is Charlemagne the God for a morning show.
I believe, just like when we talked about Jay-Z, when we speaking about Jay-Z and the other things, I believe he was picked and placed and helped by all the machines for different reasons in order to be a big loud voice in certain parties. I think, you feel me?
I believe it. It's quite possible. That's what I was getting at. That he's a plant of some sort for some reason, and I don't know why, but it seems like
they fucked up though. They fucked up, I think. His talent, but let's it's crazy, man. It's a whole lot of stuff that they covered up, and I'm like, how did this
begin to grope and penetrate her with their hands? After they had done a car full of guys who asked if they were okay and let the girls use their phone.
Left the Berkeley County.
No DNA was found. When it came time to press charges, Jessica would have to testify in court. She never followed through with the case because Jessica's mother didn't want to stress her daughter further and told her not to testify.
Sullivan, and I am the mother of Jessica Nicole Reed.
Like she caught the bag. She probably caught a little check, probably.
Out here in Mounts Corner.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Just left the Berkeley County Sheriff's Department, speaking with detectives. The case of McCalvey, my daughter, Jessica Reed. I have regrets, in which I am very sorry about, because when my daughter was drugged and raped, I wanted to do nothing but protect her. I didn't want her to suffer.
Probation for 4 to 5 months. After digging into the case, and he had been arrested. Charlemagne claimed to have gone to the police station to look for his cousin, but when he couldn't find him there, he took the blame for everything that happened. Charlemagne then claimed that the detectives he spoke with asked him how he got alcohol when he was just 20, and he claimed that a crackhead got it for him. He was hit with a case of criminal misconduct with a minor, and he claimed to have gotten probation for 4 to 5 months. After digging into the case, there are so many lapses in Charlemagne's story, and we will be addressing them all. The lies. When the incident happened, it was 2001. Charlemagne claimed to be 20 at the time, but the radio host was born in 1978. When we do a little math, 2001 minus 1978 is 23. So Charlemagne was actually 22, going on 23 when this incident happened.
A crackhead bought my liquor. No, oh nigga, you bought the liquor.
There was no way detectives would have asked Charlemagne how he got alcohol.
So he bought that liquor. That was a mean charge if he would have got caught up in it. So he probably, oh man.
Since he was old enough to...
Not mean. It probably ain't that big of a deal about, I guess, but it's a charge.
Purchase it.
The difference is you were a child and he was an adult male.
Right.
Not 18, not 19, not 20. Not 21, but 22 years old.
He claimed to have organized the party for his cousin, who received the scholarship.
But for you picking up that girl alone and hanging around with her, you need to be roasted and toasted and get up out of here, done. You smell me? So yeah, I have no sympathy because the facts are you was hanging out with her and you was rolling around. So all the extra stuff that I don't know because I wasn't there, but you did enough for me from what I hear.
He told Jessica that it was a birthday party.
What did you say?
I was just gonna say, and it's just weird. Like, if you're gonna have a sketchy past when it comes to things like that, or even just one or two things that are questionable, totally innocent, you're innocent in everything. You just have two questionable things that you know is gonna get brought up. Don't speak on the subject at all unless you want to look like a fucking weirdo. And for
Mr.
him,
Donkey of the day, judging everybody, big judger,
big donkey of the day.
He's a huge judger. That's his job. He judge people, judge everything. But what your ass is doing is worse. Nasty.
Charlemagne's birthday is actually June 29th, but he told Jessica it was June 9th. Charlemagne also claimed that when he got back...
I'm sorry to say this, but same characteristics of all the dudes that worship money, like Whack 100 and certain people. Sorry, but it's the truth. So who knows what, like, but you see the characteristics, you match them up, and you use your brain like AI, and you go, okay, all right, you know what I mean? You know what he's capable of doing.
To the party. He heard about what Jessica.
He's right smack dab in the middle of all my friends' birthdays and shares a birthday with my friend on the 29th.
Maybe you want to be his friend too.
Yeah, we are friends. What are you talking about? I
What was doing in the house after.
He let me borrow his Toyota Tercel yesterday. Blackmobile.
Oh, man.
She got drunk. He immediately went to the police. He said she was never violated, but then goes ahead and drives to the police station to bail his cousin, who he thought was charged with the crime. The reality of the situation is Jessica filed a police report, which allowed them to go into the house and retrieve her bracelet. They found a hole she punched in the wall where the incident occurred. Wow. There was no other evidence of Jessica doing damage to the house or lighting anything on fire. So at the end of the day, Charlemagne didn't walk into the police station because he was being a good friend and trying to bail out his cousin. He went there because Jessica had reported him for the crime. Charlemagne then went on to claim that the case was thrown out because there was not enough evidence. However,
bunch of lies, deceit. He stated himself, oh, I was 20. We know she was 15. So right there, you out of pocket in the worst way. You're a dirty, dirty dog, liar. And you should have been kept in jail for a little while. You feel me? And, you know, they wouldn't have put you around the real one, but you still might have got your ass beat around the PC situation. But just the facts that we know alone is nasty. So I want to go back and see, you know, where we dealing with now. And then and we're going to end this in a minute. But this is just, man, characteristic traits of a snake. They'll do anything. Dirtbags do anything. They're going to sell their soul. They're going to do this for them, do that, do this.
Steal and be bullshit about it, always.
No morals involved. When somebody don't got no morals and values, then you really got to watch those motherfuckers. Dangerous.
Cooked. Super cooked.
Facts.
Popping, and I told you about this months ago, and it's a very simple war to follow. Follow the money. For everyone who comes to my channel and says, why do you always talk about money so much? Because money and business are what dictates everything that happens within this industry. But right now, DJ Academic seems to have revealed a bombshell where he alleges Charlemagne is in bed with Rock Nation. Alleged.
No, not alleged. It's on the site. I hear him, but it's not alleged, I don't think.
I'm going to say allegedly because there's more to be revealed. But he brought up some paperwork which showed that Charlemagne has some dealings with Rock Nation in terms of their interest in a casino that was supposed to be opened in Times Square, but was denied. We're going to play the clip and we'll react to it right here, right now. So we will pick up right in the middle of an academic stream. I'm just going to catch you up to speed. He's looking into the paperwork that was filed in order for the casino in Times Square to go through. So if you remember, you saw Charlemagne, you know, giving a speech there. You saw Jay-Z speaking out.
You say it's easy to look up the work. Yeah, of course. But you got to know what direction to go in. I feel like he was tipped off, though. I feel like he got some, because they both got big money behind them. And actually, he did say that. He said, oh, I got somebody up in there. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Because you got to know where to look. You ain't know. So he just knew exactly where to look. Nah, somebody told his ass what's going on.
And Jay-Z and Rock Nation had financial interest in this casino. If the bid went through, they were going to be investors or shareholders. They would have had some equity, some relationship with the casino. They would have made money off of it. But remember, Charlemagne was on the radio talking about why the casino would be a really good idea for Times Square, how it would help revitalize.
Mr. Righteous. Yeah, casino would be great. I mean, yeah. Make it sound righteous, too. They use people. They use them for that. You feel me? So you see how Rock Nation could, that's one example of how, you know what I mean? He could be useful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Funny as hell.
Whole industry and the whole area. Now, what Academics is going to do is dig into the paperwork because he said someone tipped him off that there's some information that might be of interest to him. Let's keep watching.
Promoters, sponsors, and others. SL Green. Okay, who are these people? Caesars. Who are these people? You'll look, some of these people are the CEO. They're the, chief financial officer. JP Morgan, Peak. So they're showing not only the companies that have significant financial interest or maybe equity or some ownership, but they show the people who are part of that organization. I scrolled down a little bit more, and under Rock Nation, it reads these names: Sean Carter, Desiree Perez, Jana Fleshmine, man, Angela Rye, Alicia Keys, and that's not my motherfucking media goat, Leonard McKelvey, aka Charlemagne, not under Rock Nation banner. No, we got him, y'all. We got him, y'all. We got him, y'all.
So this is why Ak is upset. Him and Charlemagne have a relationship. Academics feels like he's under attack by Rock Nation, allegedly. Well, this is what Academics says he feels. And he says,
you're shaking your head. I'm a little, I'm wondering there's some other things that we not knowing too, because it's like he didn't tell you he would Rock Nation. He came and warned you about some shit.
Yeah.
And you were doing some janky business going on too.
Yeah, there's always some inside information going on. I mean, it's the rap game and they're rappers. They're the ones who people are banking things on and what they're going to do. And they talk to each other. So it is what it is.
And everybody knows Charlemagne was working with Rock Nation, I think. Because I knew. I don't know. Like, come on now, please.
And the
Charlemagne keeps calling me, and Charlemagne says he has no relations with Rock Nation. Rock Nation isn't worried about me.
See, but that's different. So that's my homie. If he's telling me he don't have no relations with him, then that's different. Then that's some okay. Yeah, I got the right to have an attitude and cut you off type of shit. And then if it's fucking with us, we gonna expose you if we got some dirt. Fuck out of here.
He can make a phone call. But what Academics has now discovered is there seems to be a relationship. I want to be clear here. This doesn't say that Charlemagne had equity in it. It just says that he is someone who may have interest in it. He could have been hired to promote. It could have been any kind of relationship.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
This doesn't specify any finances. And I'm also not a financial expert. This is not financial advice. I'm just giving you my interpretation. Let's keep going.
Chat, I refreshed this page 40 times. I couldn't believe it. No. I refreshed this shit 40 times, chat. I couldn't believe it. Under Rock Nation.
Because I could have reacted.
Leonard McKelvey, a.k.a. it says, known professionally as Charlemagne the God. According to how they tried to submit this to the New York State government, they claim that Leonard McKelvey was a part of whatever Rock Nation was going to do.
So now this is why Ak is so mad, because Charlemagne swears up and down. He said, what do I have to do with Rock Nation? I have nothing to do with Jay-Z. Jay-Z doesn't care about Academics. Rock Nation doesn't care about Academics or Drake or Tory Lanez or anything. And you're not really into this stuff. Why would this matter to you, or how should it affect you? There's a big reason why. You've noticed all this has a relationship with Fanatic Sportsbook, which is owned by Michael Rubin. The same Michael Rubin who has a close relationship with Jay-Z. The same Michael Rubin who's party that...
I need to hear this shit. That's what I wanted to get to. Because I don't want to do a double reaction. Because I could have played the academic shit.
On gambling, you need to control market share. So what Academics is theorizing is that Rock Nation has a relationship.
Sorry, a little bit more.
I thought he was too short after a while. I was like, this guy's Mr. Flow the Whistle. He's like, nah, what's up, Poly Market? Charlemagne, who's a hip-hop pundit, or supposed to be, is trying to call out Poly Market, Stake, anything that would go.
It's about to get a little sticky, so walk with me. What Academics is alleging is that every time Rock Nation seems to attack someone, it's related to people who are working with Stake in some capacity, right? So Drake is really the biggest brand face that Stake has. Academics is the biggest media person that works with Stake. So why would they be attacking these online casinos and now these online prediction markets like Poly Market? Because in order to make money in online gambling, you need to control market share. So what Academics is theorizing is that Rock Nation has a relationship with Fanatic Sportsbook, which is owned by Michael Rubin. The same Michael Rubin who has a close relationship with Jay-Z, the same Michael Rubin whose party that everyone is at right now for 4th of July weekend, the all-white party, the infamous party. So let's look to see if there's any kind of relationship that we can actually find. So here's what I was able to uncover. Live Nation and Jay-Z, Rock Nation's founder, this is a co-owned company. They invested $325 million into Fanatics in 2021 for an $18 billion valuation. And this, investment turned out to be fruitful, and Fanatics Sportsbooks or Fanatics Markets jumped into the prediction market space in 2025. So now they're a player in the game. How do you gain more market share? You have to knock off competitors. So if you can find some information about a competitor allegedly operating illegally or in a gray area or paying people to promote the site and it's not actually gambling, and you can make that company pay a large fine or them banned in certain states, it allows you to reach more people in the market and eat up the space that they once occupied. This is all a money play if it is true. So the past few months I've been talking about these issues between Academics and
Guaranteed it's true. Guaranteed it's true.
OVO docket then goes on to say, Charlemagne seemingly knew all the details of these investigations related to the lawsuits against Drake, Stake, and Aiden Ross and George Nguyen. There's no information that is publicly available or dockets that discuss the investigations. How would Charlemagne know? And this is the same thing that academics was talking about on stream for the past few weeks, and everyone who's allegedly has seen this dossier. How could you get this document if it's not publicly available unless you know the people who are putting it together? More and more, it seems like we are very close to a full-on like media world war.
Yeah, and I said it's getting close to being political too, man. Because I seen some things that made me believe that, but it's all money, man. Money grab, nasty work. But we went through the character.
People are getting tired of seeing it at play, seeing the bullshit play out. People with money walking and people who have knowledge of shit they shouldn't before it goes to court, and then they get off with a slap on the wrist. And it's like the system is rigged if you got money, but if it's not, you're gonna get fucked. And nowhere else in the world is it more diametrically opposed than watching rappers and people in the industry get in trouble for shit and then walk away and not get in trouble because they ratted, or because they have influence and they get away with shit just because of who they are, versus the people of that community who they go to court for a fucking traffic ticket and they wind up getting thrown in jail for 60 days for some bullshit. There's, you know what I mean? Like, these fucking artists are pieces of shit. They rat, they never get in trouble for shit. And all the fans and the people they're supposed to represent are always fucking stuck in the bottom getting fucked because of people like these guys.
Yeah, that's a fact. And what up, Gio?
Yo, what's good? What's good?
The internet shit, nigga. I don't know what you doing.
Honestly, let me just say hello to your audience.
Happy 4th of July and shit. My homie, you know, BullRad, he don't like to do too much long. He looked like he was about to go out on me, so I don't know. This is the BullRad pod. This ain't Bush talk, you know.
Nah, it's not that. I'm over here fucking.
Oh, you eating? Okay. My bad.
Hey, my bad. Couldn't tune in early and shit.
Nah, it's all gravy. Hey, I was trying to put together a celebration, but nobody tapped in. But you tapped in, and my big homie Chris tapped in. Guess what?
Okay.
All the prison niggas tapped in. BullRad. These other dudes is capped.
Gotta go home.
Good. Hey, happy 4th of July, and say happy birthday to the homie BullRad, man.
Okay, happy birthday, BullRad.
Thank you very much, G. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you.
Yesterday was his birthday. You feel me? We went through a lot of stuff. We talked a lot of shit. We just destroyed whatchamacallit. He's done. We put it all together. You feel me? With the epic reaction.
Charlemagne,
man. The boy is just exposed. Super freak boy, wild boy, being used and abused like a prostitute. So we spoke on that.
And he's bleaching his skin to look like a hoe ass white bitch.
But anyway, I do got a question for you, but hold on though. How was your 4th of July? What's up?
Nah, I was just doing some things earlier. I went to the supermarket. I had to go buy some shit, charcoal, because we thinking about going outside when the sun goes down to go do a little cookout in Van Cortlandt Park. So I was doing everything together and shit.
Oh, at the park?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
You should roll through.
Nah, I ain't going nowhere, nigga. You ain't gonna put nothing on the grill, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna put something on the grill. That's what I'm saying.
Man, you capping. You ain't putting nothing on the grill, man. It's all right.
Yeah, nigga. I'm gonna put some all beef, Ayos. I'm gonna put motherfucking some organic burger patties. And that's it. Ain't going crazy, nigga. That's it.
Let me ask you a 4th of July question here. Which rapper, in your opinion, represents the American dream the most to you?
As far as what, like, represents the American dream as far as like living life?
It'd be hard for you because you made it. Who's living the American dream? Who made it? Rags to riches.
Who made it rags to riches? It could be past or present. It has to be past or present.
Yeah, any rapper. Don't say they don't. Yeah,
any rapper.
Any rapper.
I would say Nori, just because I was there in the beginning. I was there, but I was next to him. Like, I was there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there every day, but I was there when he first started from rags to riches. Like, I was there when
niggas was wearing the Mob Deep t-shirt with the fucking handkerchief around their heads and all that. I was there, up in motherfucking left rack.
But why did he rep the American? Oh, okay, my bad. I ain't let you finish. Let me shut up.
Because he created something with a short hand, with short deck. You feel me? I seen the beginning stages. He created a wave in the Bronx too, MU, the murder unit shit. You know what I'm saying? My boys was down with that. Feel me?
Man,
He
we heard about
incorporated.
them
You know what I'm
treacherous.
saying? He incorporated everybody he could that was from the streets and recognized that they was from the streets and try to put them in a winning situation at the same time winning himself.
N-R-E, Nori.
And-
Okay, I
and
like
to-
that. I could dig it.
You know what I'm saying? To know where he's at now, all them ups and downs, and to see him winning now, that's what I think represents the
No, I could
American
definitely
dream.
dig that because
You know
we
what I'm
didn't
saying?
expect him to do what he did either with his solo album. We are so proud just of CNN, the War Report. Then he came back with the solo one and went crazy. So we was all proud of him. Everybody, every hood nigga in the East Coast was proud of Nori. I ain't gonna lie, and we ain't have to know him or nothing, but we was proud because we like this dude. He took that shit and went somewhere because it was a crazy story, you know. Jail niggas like to romanticize on him and Capone met in prison, and he came home and did this and did that and popped off and had it set up for his boy when he came home and Capone stepped out with the furrow or whatever else. You feel me? Nori, I could dig that. Nori for sure.
So Nori's the nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta say Jay-Z.
I'm just gonna say Jay-Z, but you know what's the difference between Jay-Z and Nori? And this is why I think Nori more. Don't get me wrong, Jay-Z is successfully and he's a billionaire, whatever. But the thing is that Jay-Z cannot go to the spots that Nori could go to. Jay-Z cannot go have real fun like Nori could go have fun. Nori could go
got a
pop up
better
in the
dream
block
than
right now
Jay-Z, I think.
and pop a crate of whatever Don Julio, and niggas in the block gonna be chilling and niggas gonna be drinking, partying. Jay-Z cannot go do that.
That's true.
Feel me? So for me, I think Nori's in a better situation where he could be still in tune with where he came from, and as he should though. Feel me? His style of success didn't take him away from where he got his success from. Jay-Z
But the
did.
American dream with the quotes on top, because we know there's great Americans, poor and rich, and trailer parks, projects, big houses, suburbs, whatever else. But I'm talking about the American dream that they thinking about is money. And that's why I say Jay-Z, because he went up from the projects and mastered the corporate scene and all that, and he doing big things with the bread, and he's showing the maximum extent of this capitalistic society that we in. You feel me? So I'm just saying, like, so a rapper that came from the projects and took it to the extreme is a whole to me for the American dream. Now you can say Drake is richer.
I respect your opinion.
Drake is richer and he's not even American, but even if he was American and he came up as an actor, a child actor, and this and that, I wouldn't consider that the American dream. I would consider, can I get done? God damn.
He went to college.
Nigga don't let me land at all. He always I would consider the American dream if Drake didn't have come in as a child actor and this and that and had benefits. But Jay-Z came from the projects, he was hustling this and that, and then boom, look at him now. So that's my opinion of the epitome of the American dream, though. Go ahead, the bully.
Just all I want to say is Drake absolutely counts as the American dream, regardless if he's Canadian or not. That's all. That's all I want to say.
No, but what do you think, though?
Bitch had to have a fucking conniption fit.
I could see that too.
Who do you think?
Oh, me? I said no, Nori, nigga.
Oh, me?
Yeah, of course.
American dream.
He said Drake.
No, he said he was saying Drake represents the American.
Yeah, I'm just saying Drake represents it. No, not me. I don't think it's Drake.
Nah, nigga. Yo, where am I?
Oh, Tupac is another one too because of all the other shit, the Black Panther shit and all that shit. But
I guess I would have to go with maybe Akon, because in the spirit,
African too,
spirit of America, he's taking the money that he's been able to acquire in America. At first, it was illegal money, which he then parlayed that into legal money because he had that vision. So that's American Dream-esque. hustle it up
Mhm.
because you can't get it naturally and you don't have a family that's rich. So hustle it up, but then put it in the world where it does something for you and other people. So he was doing that. He always had affinity for nice things, even though he didn't have it. He was always into flashy cars.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, in the spirit of an
That's
American,
a good one though.
but also check this out. And this is a good one too. This ties it up. I'll end this. In the spirit of a true American, he then has taken the money that he's acquired through his, his exploits and legal money, and now he's also putting together money from investors to then go to a foreign land. He's going back to Africa to then try to build, like a foreign, like a homestead, almost like he's traveling out west back in the day and trying to, turn those hills into gold, turn profit. He's trying to go out and make the next, the wild west into society again. When he's trying to build this city and this opulent towers and all this art stuff too, like he embodies the idea of America, which is prosperous and spread out and just go hard, just go fucking hard.
Yeah.
And when somebody
and to your
says
point,
no, you find another way. He does it all.
And to your point, he definitely found American fucking legends. Lady Gaga. So he created American legends. You know what I mean? He took American people, turned them into legends. That's an American dream too.
Yeah, he sure did. He sure did.
Yeah, I only mentioned Lady Gaga because she's the colossal one, but he did a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, he had a lot to do with a lot of other people, but that's like the most notable one. Like,
yeah, Gaga became a home name, and then she became an actress, and she's in all these movies now.
That was a good one, BullRad. Look at that, man. Good one.
Thank you very much.
Has hip hop helped or hurt Black Americans? Man, it helped. I think it helped poor people. Think when it definitely helped Black Americans. Majority of us is poor, so it helped the people of the ghetto. That's what and that wasn't just Black. Now,
I think it's helped individuals, but I think it's hurt groups. I think it's hurt young men. Maybe even self-destructive through the music. And I'm one of the kids that grew up listening to rap music. And, I'm not saying it made me do anything bad, but I'm saying I think it's helped. I think it's helped individuals, whether it's the artist or the people on the label or the individual consuming the music and sitting there and catching a vibe and chilling. It's helped them in that moment. But then I also think at the same time, it's done negative things to groups of individuals. Like I said, young Black men, teenagers get caught up in the music. It gets people amped up, makes them want to do shit. The topics aren't fun and kind. They're fucking kind of ratchet and violent.
But I hear you. But it's the same thing. Like all kids is obsessed with it. You know what I mean? And they get caught up in it. So for the most part, yeah, it helped. But everything got a bad side, of course. You can have a bunch of opera kids, and then you're gonna have to worry about them touching each other. The boys are. I'm sorry, I'll get in trouble for that, Mikey. But I'm just saying, like rock and roll, they can't OD on it. There's some bad on that too. Like everything, so there's going to be a bad side. But I think, I think the good outweigh the bad. I'm sorry, and I'm not just talking financially because the guys up top they spread the money through the streets and there's some good people a lot of good people get it. So, I don't know. That's me though.
This is the first time in 40 years that rap has not hit the top 100 chart.
I know it's going down, bro.
100. They said music is over with. Basically, like rock and roll. Rock and roll died in like 98 was the last time rock and roll had a chart in the hundreds. I think now. I don't know, but anyway, they're killing rap music now.
As an artist, we don't have no artists. What do you think, Gio? Has hip hop helped Black America?
You know what it is? Is that too much of the hip hop? What we think is hip hop, and what the music is more different genres now. It's just because there's a lot of genres that derive from hip hop. Feel me? So you got songs.
That's what I was about to say. I swear, but go ahead.
No, you got songs that I thought it was a hip hop song, but it's in the pop charts. You know what I'm saying?
Evolution of hip hop, though.
No, yeah, like Lizzo's album 2 years ago came out and she sold 1.3 million copies, and then she had an album come out 2 weeks ago and it sold 2,500 copies.
Oh, nothing. When you talk about that, it's like all sales are down. I think I was looking at something also.
That one specifically.
But that's
like
a big jump. Yeah, that's a big dive.
Pretty
She
bad.
shouldn't have went on that roast and got dissed and clowned. And now I'm playing. But go ahead. We ain't let Gio finish his damn answer though.
No. Go ahead. No, go ahead. You can keep it on.
All right, brother. We about to get up. Who's the most patriotic rapper? And then we out of here. This is the last question.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
My name is Kid. Yeah.
They say Kid Rock.
Kid
Let
Rock.
me see here.
He's just the most patriotic American in general.
Yeah. And I like Kid Rock too. I fuck with Kid Rock.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a rapper though. He don't want to be called a rapper. He's
not a rapper anymore. He's not even a rocker. He does country rock. He's a.
But guess what? On that note, I would say Eminem. You know why? He stayed in Detroit, fucked up ass place, and started circling his little money through the place and helping his little state instead of bouncing to LA or whatever else where he should have.
He did.
Think
He did though. He
Oh,
did
he
bounce to LA. He got places in LA.
Yeah,
he
I'm
got
sure
places in New York.
He rich enough to, but yeah, I mean,
But he took care of Detroit.
No,
I
but check
agree.
it out.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, but he also represents America in a great way. I love it, but in a great way as just a hardworking American. Look, he's got all
8
this.
Mile.
He's got all this money, right? Got all this crazy rap money.
Mm-hmm.
He made movies, but he doesn't keep making movies. He hasn't been forced.
He made
out.
classics. And nobody wanted him to do it in Detroit. You know that. We in the business. We know that. But he said, fuck that. We doing this in Detroit.
But he's not. He made classics, but he's not force feeding us shitty records down our throat now that we don't need and he doesn't want to make. So holding it down. But also, he went and opened a spaghetti restaurant. It's fucking the fast food spaghetti joint he got. It's called
Mom's Spaghetti.
Yeah. So like he's got hundreds of millions in the bank, right? Doesn't really spend very much. And then he goes and opens a small mom and pop fucking spaghetti store. Like this guy, that's like small time American type business, which is great, small entrepreneurial style business, but you're still getting that out of a dude who's got millions and millions and millions in the bank. So that's just pure unbridled American
love for his country
culture. This is American household culture. He's got hundreds of millions, but you know what? He made $38,000 this year on his new restaurant in town.
Yeah.
Up and he's really proud of it. That's fucking America right there.
Indeed. So that's who I would say. Anyway, man, happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th. Yo, thanks for having me on, y'all guys. I'm sorry I was late again.
Indeed. It's all gravy. Good looking at everybody in the chat. Thanks to Rasta Chris, the OG, for tapping in. He went crazy. He was pissed off at somebody. Some snitch. Rasta Chris. He was like, I just talked to Prince. He was going off.
Ooh,
yeah, that's the homie. We about to do his interview probably tomorrow or something. He gonna get some things off his chest. But yeah, man, that's the homie. He got one of the third biggest interviews on this channel was with him when he was talking and stuff. He just got out 30 years. You feel me? He from my hood. He from Flatbush. But man, appreciate everybody tapping in. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. You feel me? Shout out to everybody tapping in, like I said, and salute to Gio. And happy birthday, BullRad. Happy belated birthday to the homie BullRad, man.
B-Rad.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.
4th of July special.
Happy 4th of July to everybody. Fucking thank you very much for the birthday wishes. Fucking like, subscribe, tap in, hit us with a comment. Let us know what you want to see here, talk about. We'll get after it.
Indeed. And it's like that. We out, y'all. Peace.